Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. I did as promised and said I was coming back later on tonight with another review of Insecure because I was a little bit behind due to me having a busy weekend schedule of a lot of cake decorating parties, engagement parties, birthdays, this, that, and the third. But anyway, so I think I'll be all caught up. That's besides of the shows that come on tonight. And I think there's two shows that came on tonight that I need to review, and I'll probably knock them out tomorrow and Wednesday. But anywho, welcome back. Make sure on your way in you click the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you are not already a subscriber, and share. Please hit the share button, share to your social media, to your friends, your family, and everybody else so that they can enjoy these good old reviews. And also make sure you see, sorry, somebody's sending me a message. Make sure you see the chat comment that I put in there almost all the time regarding my Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice Facebook page. Check me out over there on Facebook. That is my business page for my professional cake decorating, and I'm also a personal cake decorator, so make sure you check me out. Make sure you like that page and like this YouTube channel, and if you are in the local area, you can enter the free cake giveaway on the first of each and every month. So make sure if you're in the local area you like that Facebook page and you like this YouTube channel. And for those of you who want to, we have a Facebook group called Primetime Drama TV of Color. Go to Facebook, look that group up, and then click the button to request to join the group so I can add you to the group. Over there, we talk about different shows, different celebrities, trending news, all that. So make sure you check that out and request to join the group so I can add you to the group. And also, I'm also on Twitter at Tanya's Primetime TV /media reviews. And on Instagram, Tanya, Tanya, Cake Lady, and that is all one word. So again, come on in, click the like button, and make sure you subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And let's get started on this review of excuse me, Insecure. And also, feel free to comment in the chat anything that you got to say regarding the TV show or about the characters or anything that's happened, or your thoughts and opinions on certain things in the show. And also, I have the phone number up there, 641-715-0872. PIN number, 434-478. So, if you want to call in and talk or discuss about the show, please put it in the chat first. Tanya, I want to call in, open up the phone lines so I can turn on the phone lines and connect the conference call system. So please do me a favor and do that first. Otherwise, you'll be calling in and you ain't going to get nobody because I don't have the line open. But anyway, let's jump right into this review. At first, from last episode, we saw how Issa was tripping out because Nathan hasn't returned any of her calls, any of her text messages. She's been hitting him up on social media. For some reason, she's concerned that he's not, reaching out to her, returning her calls, because if you remember, there was a situation where a representative from the Lyft company had called her and told her, we need to speak to you regarding an incident, an assault, or a dispute or something that happened in her car when she was doing Lyft. And it involved Nathan. And she called and left him a message, told him about it. He never responded. But Lyft ended up calling her back saying, never mind, don't worry about it. Disregard. It's all figured out. And the investigation is closed. And she's like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah, we talked to Nathan. And, he hit us up, explained everything. And, the case is closed. And she's like, hold up, wait a minute. I've been trying to reach him for days and he ain't reached me back or hit me back. So anyway, now on to the new episode. If Issa isn't having some serious Nathan withdrawals, this girl is obsessed. She is tripping out. She can't eat. She can't sleep. She can't work. She can't think. She cannot breathe without Nathan. And I'm tripping because, okay, Y'all only known each other for a few weeks, but she's acting like they done been together forever, and he just up and left her, without a clue. But, regardless, she's still pressed about it. And again, he hasn't returned any of her text messages or anything. And it all happened, it seemed like suddenly. The last episode, they were in bed. They were discussing their feelings. He was telling her, I really do like you. I don't know if the feeling is real, if it's mutual. And she was like, yeah, the feeling is real. I really like you too. And so then after that, I'm thinking they about to plateau their relationship, move, a little further or whatever, maybe actually become boyfriend and girlfriend. Instead, he's MIA. She hasn't heard from him since. So I'm like, Issa, really? You just met him. Calm down. It's not that bad. But then again, I mean, I can't blame her, and I can't go in too bad on her because, come on, ladies. We done all been there. And if you say that you have not been there, then the devil is a lie because you lying. You lying, sis. You lying. I can recall a few times. He ain't answering. He ain't calling. What's up? Having somebody else try to call his number. Trying to see where he's at on social media. If he made a post recently. Stuff like that. Now, it might have been in your younger years, but still yet. Most of us women have been there and sweating over some guy calling us or hitting us up. But anywho, on my last review that I did on the last episode, did I not say that if Molly and Andrew hook up and go out on a date, that is going to be interesting, it's going to be hilarious, and she is going to have a good time? I did say that. And it actually happened. They actually went out on a date. They were having a great time. I think Andrew is mad cool, and she's feeling him too. And, she does prefer a black man, an African American man. That's who she prefers to date. That's who she prefers to marry. But at least he's funny. I mean, he's cute. I mean, she could do worse, right? But anyway, I like Andrew. I said that before. I like Andrew. I think he's cool and funny. And at dinner, she actually, had to wrap it up a little quickly because she actually told the truth this time and told him that she has to hit the road because she got a lot of work to do. She has to get ready for a presentation. Unlike before, when she when he had dropped her jacket off at her job and she made sure to meet him outside because she didn't want nobody seeing her with this man. And when he tried to ask her out the first time, she lied and said, you know what, I got a lot of work to do. Making up excuses why she can't talk to him or go out with him. But this time she's being honest. So I'm taking that to mean that she really is feeling him. And he tells her, you know what, it's cool, I understand. And also she makes plans for a second date. So that's a good thing. And now Lawrence, his friend Chad. Okay, his friend Chad is a true womanizer. Now, Lawrence, he had fell and bumped his head a few times after him and Issa broke up. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to act. He was following, basically, I believe, in Chad's footsteps, listening to his advice, sleeping around with all these ladies, and got an STD, chlamydia. But Chad, on the other hand, I think he's a true womanizer. Every time you turn around, he's talking about hooking up with females, getting with females, trying to, have sex with different females. And he's talking to Lawrence and trying to convince him to go out with him later that night. But instead, Lawrence turns him down this time. I think he done truly learned his lesson, especially after you get caught with an STD. I think anybody has a change of heart or, change their mind about how they running and ripping these streets and stuff. So he's like, you know what? He's trying to be chill, stay home, chillax and everything. But besides that, he wants to go to church in the morning. And when Chad finds that out, he's like, church? You want to go to church? My dude, church? And then after much thought, he's like, you know what? I'm down with that. I can do church. I can do Jesus. That's cool. I'll go with you. And I'm like, what? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This is about to be a mess. But he's like, you know what? I'm down for it. I'm down for the Lord. We can go to the church in the morning. But besides that, he's like, there's other chicks, at church. I can hit on some girls at church too. And then Issa, poor Issa. She's still disturbed by the fact that Lawrence hasn't returned any of her calls. He hasn't connected with her, hasn't hit her back, no texts, no Instagram, no Facebook, nada, not a peep from Lawrence. And so she's up there, thinking, you know what, maybe if I send him some sexy pics, with clothes on, of course. But she's like, maybe if I take some cute pics and send them to him and everything, and maybe he'll respond. So she's trying everything, trying to get him to reach out to her, but it's not working. And then she's thinking also, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I scared him off. Maybe he dissed her for another woman. I mean, again, he did tell her when they were skinny dipping in that pool, when they were trespassing in that pool, he told her that he has never, ever had a serious relationship. I'm like, East, chill out. The bruh, he could be busy. He could be busy. But then on the flip side, he never really had a relationship. So maybe he's not used to reaching out all the time at every beck and call for some female. But then again, like I said before, I think it's actually that she scared him off. Not that she scared him off. They both said they both expressed that they were feeling the same way. Hey, Amber. Oh, you come from Jay Wilson. Hey. Brother Jay, thank you for coming through and subscribing. I appreciate it. Feel free to comment in the chats anything you got to say about the show if you watch the show. But so I think he's just scared off because when she was saying I got feelings for you and he was saying, I got strong feelings for you, I literally think he's just scared off and he might come around eventually. But in the meantime and in between time, she is tripping out and going crazy. And now her and Molly, we also come to find out that they have a stalker account. I've never had one of those. I mean, have you ever been on Facebook and you get a friend request? I see it all the time. You get a friend request from somebody you're already friends with. And matter of fact, just today, I had posted on somebody's page, did you send me a friend request? Because I got a friend request from you. It's only a few people on that friends page, two mutuals. And we're still friends on this other page. And so she made a post saying, do not accept no friend requests from this other page. But Molly and them, they got a stalker account. And she's using that account to stalk Nathan to find out what he's been up to, find out who he's been talking to, and, trying to get the rundown on him, because he's not reaching out to her. And then while she's up there stalking Nathan, Lawrence, he's at church with Chad. And Lawrence is there. I don't know if it's to find the Lord or if it's just because he knows he's been doing some really bad things and he needs help with which direction to go. But Chad, on the other hand, he's up there perusing the pews, looking for women and stuff, whispering in Laura's ear, I think she's a good catch. I think she's a good catch. I think I can hit that. I think I can. And he's up there like, come on, man. We in the Lord's house. Chill out. And then when the pastor, like every other pastor, okay, I don't know what kind of church you go to, but most black churches, whether they Pentecostal, non-denominational, Baptist, and a few others, at the end of church service, what do they always do after they take tithes and offering once or maybe 2 or 3 times? And after they preach and the choir sing and all that, at the end of the service, they make an altar call and they tell everybody, anybody who wants to come down for prayer or want to ask God for forgiveness or want to commit themselves to the Lord or join the church, whatnot. I'm thinking Lawrence is going to come down there because he's the one who's really seeking something from God. But instead, it's Chad. Chad darn near jumps over Lawrence's lap trying to get down the aisle. And it's like, you hear that now, it's like, oh, like that sound they make when it's like God is present. And I'm like, are you serious? Out of all people, I mean, he came there first of all to try to pick up women, and then he's the one running down. He's running down the pew, and wasn't he just trying to figure out which ladies in the congregation he could possibly talk into dropping draws? I mean, seriously, I did not expect. Okay, everybody needs God at one point in their life, but I didn't think today was going to be Chad. But that was funny as heck. But then on the way out, while Chad is going to kneel down at the altar, on the way out to his car, Lawrence, some lady stops him, and she's, talking to him, and, talking to him about, how he liked the service. It's his first time there. So, she's just making small talk with him and everything, telling him how long she been there and whatnot. And I'm like, who came for the woman and who left for the woman? Okay, that sometimes God works that way. But anyway, in other news, poor Molly, she's still stressing about, she's been, ever since she got that job, she's been stressing out, trying to be good enough, trying to do enough work, trying to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so she's been stressing out about this presentation. And Torian, he gives her a call and he's like, you know what? On second thought, because she was supposed to do a presentation, he feels like she's not good enough, she's not ready, she's not prepared. So he's like, hold up. Wait till I get back to the office. I'm going to help you do that presentation, because he don't think that she can handle it. And as soon as Molly, as soon as Molly later on meets up with Andrew for their second date, she goes in complaining about, Torian, he's doing this, that, and the third. He's trying to micromanage her. And Andrew, on the other hand, with his cool, suave self, he's like, why don't you just beat him up? Just jump him and get it over with. And she's like, what? And he's like, I heard about your bully face. But then, they're just sitting around and joking and enjoying each other's presence. And then, he brings up the fact that when they were at Coachella, everybody was high off of Molly. Everybody was high off of Molly except Tiffany, because she was pregnant. But anywho, and she had a shot. That's all she had, one shot. But anyway, he brings up the fact of all the things that she has said, when they were high off Molly and sipping and stuff. And she brings up stuff that he said and everything. And he's like, yeah, I remember, when you said, no, she said, I remember when you said you had kissed your homeboys or your guy friends or whatever's woman, girlfriend or whatnot. And he was like, yeah, but what about you when you told me that you had hooked up with some married man? And he was like, grime notice grime. Why she get offended? Now, she didn't have no problem talking about what he done did with his boy's woman, and it was just a kiss. Just a kiss. But she gonna get upset when he talks about her, and he was like, she's like, I'm not grimy. And she said he basically led her on, I guess, didn't give her the rundown on his wife or, anything like that. And she was under the impression that he wasn't with anybody else. And so he's like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. He fooled you. He convinced you. He played you. Come on now. He's not falling for that. And the reason why I think he's not falling for it, and he was like, yeah, right. I don't believe a married man led you on. Because, although Molly is kind of crazy, she's a character, but she's really, smart. She's witty. She's a lawyer. She's intelligent. So he's not falling for that. No, I'm not believing that story, not one bit. And so she got the nerves to get mad and get offended. And because he was teasing her, even though she started teasing first, and she left him sitting there, just got up and left. Talking about she had to go and left him sitting in the restaurant. And I'm like, dang, that's foul. Like, really? She just left the man sitting there. And then back to Issa. She's still waiting on pins and needles. Waiting and waiting and waiting. And contemplating why Nathan still hasn't reached out to her. He's still MIA. Don't nobody know where Nathan at? Do y'all? I have no idea where Nathan is. She doesn't either. But she can't focus on anything. She still can't sleep, can't eat, can't think, can't work. And then she oversleeps. She was supposed to let a plumber into one of the apartment buildings, and the plumber had been there for 20 minutes trying to reach her. The owner of the apartment building ends up calling her and waking her up out of her sleep, and she's jumping up in her PJs and everything, and then she's in her head, she's like, dang, this is all Nathan's fault. Nathan, this is all your fault. The reason why I can't do anything right is because it's all your fault. And ladies, I'm telling you, you have to see where she's coming from, because again, we all have been there where we was either arguing with some guy, or we thought everything was going good, we dating some guy, and all of a sudden he just ain't calling, ain't answering our calls. I mean, back then we didn't have all that social media and stuff, so it was like a phone call, an email, a text, or a beeper if you go way back in the time. But anyway, so she's stalking him all over social media still, and got upset when she noticed that somebody had reached out to Nathan and told him thank you for the haircut, because she's like, oh, you got time to cut hair, you got time to hook people up, but you ain't got time to call me back. And I'm like, I'm just cracking up, because she is like really I'm like, man, it's not that bad, Issa. It's not that bad. In the words of Ursher, you got it bad, sis. You got it bad. And then, I'm sorry, I got hair in my eye. Molly, she's irritated by the fact that Torian, I like that name, Torian, that's different. I've never seen that name before. But anyway, Torian, he keeps trying to micromanage her. So what did she do to get back at him? Her boss walks in, and he's like wondering what's up with the presentation, and she's like, well, Torian, he's still away from the office right now, but if you want me to, I can handle it. I can do the presentation for you. We don't have to wait for him. Basically, I got this. I got this. And so, even though Torian and her were supposed to work together, and even though he told her to wait because he didn't think she was capable of doing it herself, she went ahead and do it. And I do have to give her kudos, because she did kick butt and she rocked it and gave a great presentation. Congratulations, Molly. And then right after impressing her boss and the others at the firm, Issa hits her up, and she tells her basically, I need your help, girl. I need your help. She gets with Issa, and she's like, what the heck? I know you don't got me stalking this man with you. Issa done lost it. By now, she's gone. She's totally gone. She done picked up some desserts from the store, and Andrew and Nathan stay together, right? They roommates. So she picks up some desserts, and basically Molly, she had got into it with Andrew, left him at the restaurant, and so Issa tells her, if we pick up dessert and go to the house, and not Lawrence, but if Nathan's not there, you can pretend that you bring these desserts as a peace offering for leaving him at the restaurant. So reluctantly, she really didn't want to do it, like really was trying to get out of it. But reluctantly, she agreed. They went to the door, knocked on the door, Andrew answered, and Molly's just sitting there holding this box, like, she's just staring at Andrew. And Issa breaks the silence with, I'm sorry, she tells her, Molly tells, I just dropped it as a peace offering. Then Issa, she's bouncing around, pretending like she got to use the bathroom. Can I please use it? Can I please use it? He finally lets her in the bathroom, and I'm sure he's like, what the hell? She done left me at the restaurant, and she gonna bring me some dessert from a store to make up for it. Issa, on the other hand, is upstairs snooping all around, being nosy, going through this man, Nathan. I keep calling him Lawrence. Going through Nathan's stuff, his clothes, his drawers. But when she tried to break into his computer. No hope. There's no hope left for her. She was trying to break into his computer and trying to guess his passwords and everything. I'm like, are you serious? It's not that serious. You're trying to break into this man's computer. But thank God Molly came up there, because I'm like, any second now, either Andrew's going to come through that door or Nathan's going to come home and she's going to get busted going through his stuff and, trying to break into his computer. But thank God Molly was the one that actually came to the door, and she was like, girl, if you don't get your crazy butt out of here trying to go through that man's computer, I mean, come on. And then she's in the car and she's asking her, like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is really going on? And Issa is up there talking about, I don't think I'll ever meet anybody else like him. And that's her reason. Like, this man all of what, 2-3 weeks at the most. I don't know. But anywho, on the other side of town, Lawrence is on a date with the nice lady who had walked him to his car after church. And it looks like they must have had some small talk and then agreed to meet up for ice cream, because it looks like they're eating ice cream or yogurt or something. And she's giving him a little background on the church, on the pastor, telling her about all the duties she has at the church and, all the activities that she participates in. And I'm thinking that Lawrence is like really feeling her, and also, had a great time at the church and, is really feeling the church and everything. But when she texts him later talking about, let's meet up, how about Bible study tonight? He looks at the text and he's like, we'll see. I'm like, hold up, what I miss? I thought he was feeling this chick. Y'all fill me in. What I missed? Because I thought everything was cool. They seemed like they was having a good old time talking and everything. But for some reason, when she has said something about it took her a year to either start feeling like a part of the church or something, I don't know if that scared him off, because maybe he didn't expect it to take that long to feel like being a part of the church. I don't know. And that reminds me, I need to get some business going on in my church. I mean, if you really go to church, you know how it is to feel like you belong to the church, but you feel like you could be doing more. And I don't want to get all religious on y'all and everything. And I done had people ask me to join the choir because they know I can hold a little tune. But I'll be too busy. I got to find a schedule to do something in the church, help out with the feeding people or doing something, just doing something. But anyway, excuse me. So anyway, he's like, you know what, we'll see or whatnot. But anyway, that to me means, nope, I'm not coming, because he done had enough church this week. And then Issa, it's like she's having all these voices in her head. She's having all these thoughts in her head. You're not good enough. He don't want you. He's not thinking about you. Get over him. Move on. She's having all these thoughts in her head. And then she finally deletes him from social media, unfriends him from Instagram and everything. She deletes their phone calls. She deletes their text messages. All contact they didn't have in their phone. She just wipes it all out. And I'm thinking, okay, this is a start. This is good. But I think this is going to be a mistake. I think that's going to be a mistake. And then on top of that, she's so depressed and stressed out. She's not even answering the phone. Molly tries to call her and she's not answering the phone. So again, Issa, she just needs some time. We just need to get her some time and some space to get her thoughts together. But back to Molly. Now, Molly, she went ahead. She did the presentation without Torian. But I'm like, she should have known. I mean, what did she expect? Or how did she expect him to act? Or what did she expect him to say when he got back to the office and found out that she did the presentation without her? He was pissed. And when she saw him in the hallway, he walked right past her. He didn't smile. He just looked at her like she stank. And I'm like, if looks could kill, she would be already frozen on a slab of ice. Because he is hot. He is mad bothered. And then finally, Issa and Lawrence, they run into each other after she gets out of the workshop. Remember, he recommended that she do a workshop. She did the workshop. She enjoyed it. But when they were outside of the workshop and they were like, hey, oh, what you doing here? You know, whatever, whatever. And I got the feeling that these two are not by far over each other. Did y'all get that feeling? Because when they were talking and conversating, it was like these really, really, you know, the really long pauses and silence in between words. And you're just looking on and you're looking off like, what else should I say? Should I ask him this? You know, they were like that. And then finally, Issa breaks the ice and she's like, how about we go out for, you know, coffee or something? Are you free? And he's like, yeah, you know, he's free. He's off of work and everything. So they go out for coffee and everything. And while they're out sitting around enjoying coffee or whatnot, she explains to him, you know, how hard it was, how rough it's been since basically since she cheated on him. Since she cheated on him and he put her out. Sleeping on couches and everything, you know, trying to make ends meet and all that, doing Uber or Lyft or whatever. But she's like, you know what? I did it. I survived. I'm a better person because of it, basically. And she managed to keep her head above water and, you know, stand on her own 2 feet. So, you know, he's up there talking to her like, you know what, I understand and everything. And then they get to reminiscing about the old neighborhood, about their old apartment together. And when he asks her, how is the block party going? And you notice how he asked her, he said, are you doing this all by yourself? Are you the only one working on this? And she was like, yeah, and it's really hard. Some reason I got the feeling that either he was waiting for her to ask him for his assistance, or either he was debating should he offer his assistance. Because again, like I said, there's some serious vibes still going on there. And I think they still feeling each other. And this is what I think. Now, you know, at the end of my videos, I always say what I think is going to happen or take a gander at what might happen next. And this is what I'm going to say. And we're going to see if I'm right again. I think what's going to happen. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong or if y'all think something else. But I think what's going to happen is Issa, she done deleted all contact information. She done unfriended Nathan. She done stopped following him on his social medias and basically trying to block him out of her life. I think she's going to end up hooking back up with Lawrence. And then, out of nowhere, boom, here comes Nathan back into her life with some kind of strange explanation why he wasn't around or why he wasn't returning her calls or reaching out to her or, you know, just acting weird on her, wilding out on her and, you know, not getting back with her. But I think that's what's going to happen. But y'all let me know what y'all think. And let me know what y'all thought about that episode. Again, do you think Issa's going to move on or try to, you know, hook up with Lawrence? Do you think Nathan's going to come back? Do you think he has another woman? Another life somewhere, or if he's just scared off and got cold feet about his strong feelings for Issa since he never been in a serious relationship before. So let me know what y'all think about that and put it in the chat. As you know, even when the video is over, I can still get your notifications and we can still chop it up in the chat afterwards. And again, if you didn't like this video on the way in, please click the like button before you leave and hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And also share. Please share. And also, last but not least, make sure you go over to our sister group, to our YouTube channel. It's called Primetime Drama TV of Color on Facebook. Go over there, click to join group, I will accept you, or one of the other admins will accept you into the group. Also, don't forget, I have my other social media, Tanya's Primetime TV. I'm sorry, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice on Facebook. That is my cake decorating page. If you like that page and subscribe to my YouTube, then you are eligible to enter every month on the 1st to win a free cake. And then we are on Twitter as well. Tanya's Primetime TV / media news on Twitter, media reviews on Twitter, and Instagram. Tanya Cake Lady, all one word. So make sure you hit me up on my other social medias. And if you ever need to reach me, just hit me in the DM. Or if you want to suggest any other shows that I should be watching, like things that we do in our Facebook group, just let me know. Just hit me up. I'm always anxious to watch a good show or check out a good show, especially if it's Black television. So anywho, in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, make sure you stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out.